Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily. I wanted to do a video today that's a little different about other videos that I've done, but I have seen some iterations of this video and really wanted to put it into context for this channel, i.e. primarily we talk about petite fashion on this channel. For reference, I am only 5'1", so this really fits right into my wheelhouse. And as you might have seen from the title of the video, today I wanted to talk all about winter and spring 2023 trends in the fashion world, specifically for petite women. When it comes to my own personal fashion choices, when I'm looking at items to buy, outfits to put together, there are very few times when I follow the trends of the season. I prefer to stick to very classic items, classic silhouettes, items I know that complement my body, my height, things like that. But I thought for the sake of a video, it would be fun to dive into 4 different trends that we are going to be seeing all over stores, runways, as we go into especially late winter, early spring, and then as we probably then even transition into summer of this year, I think these trends are just going to be everywhere. So if you are more of a trend-heavy wardrobe person, if you really like to embrace the trends and buy the new pieces and keep up with what's going on, then this type of video might be for you. But if you're more of a classic styling, I have a lot of other videos on my channel that you might be more interested in, and I have quite a few coming up as we kind of move into spring 2023. So like I said, there are 4 fashion trends that I've been seeing everywhere that I wanted to talk about how to style for petite women, because, spoiler alert, these trends are not necessarily petite friendly. They tend to be fairly oversized, baggy, different proportions, and so I just wanted to walk through how a petite woman can successfully style these trends. Because being short my entire life, I have been told, oh, you just can't wear that. Oh, you just can't wear horizontal stripes. Oh, you just shouldn't wear a loud print. Oh, you just can't wear baggy clothes. And well, I think that advice is completely fine and can be true. That doesn't mean that there aren't times where you can embrace the trends and basically wear whatever you want, but just keeping in mind some general items and some general guidelines. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The first trend I wanted to kind of dive into that we have been seeing everywhere are maxi skirts. Now, being a 90s child, I lived through this first iteration of maxi skirts in the, I think it was early 2000s, mid 2000s, where maxi skirts were the item to wear, and we are in true form seeing it come back, hit the runways, hit the big cities. So maxi skirts are a bit of a challenge when it comes to being petite, because they can drag on the ground, they can look like you're literally just wearing a curtain around your waist, they can be very, very unflattering. I would say that probably 9 times out of 10 they're very flattering for women that are around the 5'7" or above mark, but if you are under 5'7", which is, I know, a lot of us, then you fall into that range of this might not be quite the style that you want to just naturally embrace all of the time. But if you are interested in kind of dipping your toe into this whole world of maxi skirts, again, if you haven't already, a few tips to keep in mind. Number 1, I think that maxi skirts can be absolutely beautiful, especially in the spring and summertime, but look for a maxi skirt that has some movement and some flow to it. We are seeing lots of maxi skirts that are fully denim, that are very heavy cotton, that might be twill or just a very heavy fabric. And that can sit on a short person very, very just heavy on your bottom half. It can cut you in half. It can make you honestly look even shorter. And speaking from personal experience, they are honestly just really uncomfortable to wear. They are long, they are heavy, they drag the ground. Back in the day, my dad used to call them street sweeper skirts, and I feel like that's a very apt description of them. So look for something that has more movement, more flow. This is going to be your chiffons, your rayon fabrics, even your silks. Skirts that have more pleats in them, have a bit more of an A-line shape. That's going to look really, really good on anybody with any body type, but especially somebody that is on the shorter side. Also, potentially think about a monochromatic look. Maxi dresses are very easy to style and very wonderful to wear because it's all just one piece and it can go much better. But if you're looking at a maxi skirt, consider wearing a fully monochromatic look, whether that be all black, all white, all blue. That's going to help elongate your body, make you look taller, make you look like you're not drowning in maybe quite as much fabric. And on the idea of fabric, we talked about what types of fabric, but also look at the length. I would say 100% if you can, try on your skirts before you potentially either buy them, try them on in store. If you don't have a tailor, which is a wonderful thing as a petite woman, look at potentially, is this a skirt, especially if you're going to invest a lot more money into it, is this something that I can get tailored to hit me at the right length? And then lastly, wearing the right shoes with a maxi skirt can make all the difference. So a maxi skirt worn with heels can be absolutely elegant and beautiful, whether that be slim boots that you're wearing all the way, if we're going into spring and summer, sandals, strappy heels, things like that. That is going to look absolutely beautiful. What I will say is stay away from the chunky shoes that we're seeing these days with your maxi skirt. Stay away from the platforms, the square toes. Stick with your classic, beautiful, elegant silhouettes. That's going to help just elongate your body and elongate your style and make you look effortless and elegant. The next trend I wanted to talk about is another one that I felt like I have lived through the first iteration of, but it has been around a long time, truly, and that is the trend of Bermuda shorts. So Bermuda shorts are classically bold print, fun colored shorts that you can wear in warmer weather, warmer temperatures. So as we get into spring and summer of 2023, that are classically longer. So they hit either right in the middle of your knee or right above your knee. And we have been seeing Bermuda short trend kind of hit the runways and then start to trickle into everyday fashion as we get into the warmer months and warmer climates. As I mentioned earlier, this is not a trend that is particularly flattering on somebody that is petite, because what it does is it basically cuts your legs in half. So a few different tricks and tips for how to style Bermuda shorts. If you're looking for a short that is a bit longer, that is a bit more coverage, that is a bit more modest, and you're thinking, wow, great, Bermuda shorts are back in style, I can just grab a few at Target and we'll be good to go. The Bermuda shorts right now are not necessarily the Bermuda shorts of my childhood, and that is to say that they are very menswear inspired. So they, on the runways right now, are looking a lot like men's trousers that have been cut off at the knee, and women have been styling them. So they are that trouser fabric, they are quite oversized. They are typically in more of the menswear flair, so worn with waistcoats and shirts. The trend is very oversized. It's very bulky in that sense, which again just does not look good on a petite. So if you are petite and you want to dive into this Bermuda short trend, I would say number one, make sure that it fits you in the waist very, very well. Buy your correct size, do some size playing, make sure that you're buying a size that is tailored for you. So the length might be longer, the actual style of the short might be longer, but make sure that it's fitting you in the waist, in the hips, and that it looks good on you in that sense. Because if something doesn't fit you in the waist, it's not generally going to fit you anywhere else very, very well. Another thing to consider is just the style of them. So I would say stick with your neutrals, tans, ivories, whites, potentially blacks, but light denim. I would say primarily stick with your light neutrals. So if you're looking for a denim Bermuda short, go with a light wash, not a dark wash. If you're looking for more of a elevated style, go for an ivory, go for a light tan. Stay away from your darker colors. And then when you look to pair it with an entire outfit, I would say something that's fitted up top is going to help de-emphasize the bulkiness of a short, the length of a short. And then your shoes, your footwear, pair them with either a slim heel or potentially a ballet flat that has more of a pointed toe that maybe just elongates your leg a little bit. And ultimately, I would say wear whatever you want, wear what makes you happy, wear what you're comfortable in, absolutely. But Bermuda shorts, unfortunately, are just not always going to fit a petite woman the right way. So if you are looking to get a pair tailored, think about a short maybe that is high-waisted that might hit you mid-thigh instead of all the way down to the bottom or the top of your knee. Ultimately, that's just going to be a much more flattering fit on a petite woman. It's going to look a lot better. The Cezanne shorts are just an absolutely wonderfully flattering pair of shorts that are longer, so you don't have to worry about a short being too short on you, but also it's not quite that full Bermuda length. So again, wear whatever you want, but take a few of these tips and tricks into spring 2023. And with the 90s fashion still being firmly in place and lots of celebrities like Hailey Bieber absolutely loving these 90s inspired trends, we are seeing them stick around for spring and summer 2023. In the 90s was all about oversized everything. It was very baggy. It was baggy denim. It was very oversized bomber jackets and oversized t-shirts and things like that. And I have never really dabbled in this whole super 90s oversized trend because ultimately I just look like I'm drowning in fabric. I just don't think that it looks flattering on me and I don't love it. But if you are curious about this whole concept of 90s style and 90s styling and you want to get a bit more creative in your wardrobe, a few things you can do as a petite to help you kind of make it look like you're not drowning in quite as much fabric. And number one, that would be choose one item on your body that you want to have oversized. Whether that's you want a super oversized baggy pair of denim, then run with that. If you want a really oversized leather bomber or a jacket of some sort, then go with that. But don't necessarily always pair oversized on oversized. Again, wear whatever you want. These are just some rules that I like to follow when I am looking at the trends of the season. So, for instance, if you're wearing a pair of very oversized baggy denim, again, we talked about this with the shorts, make sure that they ultimately fit you in your waist and your hips because that's going to be a huge benefit to you when you're looking at styling them. You're going to feel more comfortable, more confident in them if they fit you like you expect a pair of denim to fit, whether that be a pair of denim shorts, a pair of your jeans that you really, really love. Just make sure that they fit you in the waist. You might need to do a bit of tailoring, a bit of zhuzhing to make them actually fit you, but make them fit you in the waist. Another tip I would just say is to try to mix your fabric types a little bit. We are seeing quite a bit of denim on denim coming. Some people call this a Canadian tuxedo. Denim shirts, denim bottoms, whether that be shorts or jeans, a denim jacket, etc. And while this look can be very unique, I think it can also just have a lot going on. And again, as a petite woman, we don't have a lot of body to be able to dress, especially height, lengthwise. So pare that back maybe a little bit, tone it down a little bit, make it fit your style that you already have. Don't become somebody else just because you want to try and keep up with the trends. That's never a good thing. But if you do want to explore this whole idea of baggy, oversized denim, go for it. Just maybe choose one piece and then see how you can style that with your existing style. And then last but not least, we have this less of a runway trend and more of a, I would say, social media trend of ballet core. And I actually think this trend fits a petite body structure very well because what it does is it emulates the grace and the poise and the strength and the beauty and grace of a ballerina. And whether that be in the fabrics that you're choosing, silk, tulle, things like that, or it is in the style of ruffles and lovely textures and fitted tops, and then ballerina shoes, ballet shoes. I honestly think that these proportions can fit a petite body type very well. It is all about emulating that idea of elegance and grace, but having that underlying strength and tone that ballerinas are absolutely known for. I have done a little bit of ballet in my life. I was a competitive figure skater all the way up until college, and to kind of help my figure skating, I took a lot of ballet classes. Now I do a lot of bar classes, so I understand that a ballerina, a professional ballerina, has to have so much strength, but hid behind so much beauty and poise and grace. And I feel like that's just a lovely trend to kind of emulate this spring and summer. It really focuses on some of these softer color palettes with pops of darker colors in there. So think of a range of pinks and ivories and light grays, and then contrasted with the harshness of black, whether it be black in your shoes or black in your accessories or a black tutu or a tulle skirt, something like that. I think that it is just a really beautiful trend. So as a petite woman, there are a few tips and tricks you could take to kind of make this happen for you if you wanted to emulate this style a little bit going into the warmer months. First of all, you can choose different proportions, and we've talked about that a lot, whether it's pairing something tight and cropped up top and a longer, more flowing, fuller bottom, whether that be a skirt or even a dress or something like that. That's a lovely thing to do. That really helps play off proportions very, very well, especially if you're on the shorter side. Ballet flats are coming back in style, and I used to have every single color under the sun, but they are truly a wonderful way to just have a little bit of elegance and grace. They are a classic style, so even if you buy a nicer pair, a more expensive pair, they're going to be able to stick with you through every single trend that comes up. If you are petite, maybe finding a ballet flat that has a pointed toe that can really help elongate your leg and elongate your style and make you look a little bit taller, which is something that we all tend to strive for as petite women. Again, just playing with the idea of either a monochromatic look to again help lengthen your frame, whether it be different shades of white or different shades of pink or different even shades or styles of black paired together. That's really, really lovely. There are a lot of kind of the more street style websites these days, Urban Outfitters, Anthropologie, that have an entire ballet core theming on their website right now, which I think is just so beautiful, but it's also all over Pinterest and TikTok, Instagram Reels. You can find it pretty much everywhere. Take what you have in your wardrobe, whether that be a wrap sweater or a tulle skirt that you might have worn as a bridesmaid 5 years ago when they were in style, or something like that, and play around with the different proportions, play around with this whole concept of strength and beauty, and see how it works for you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that this was, I know it was a bit of a different video, but I hope it was at least somewhat inspirational for you. If you like this style of video, or if you're enjoying what I am putting on my channel, please give this video a like, share a comment, just so that I know. It's been a ton of fun creating YouTube videos, and I am so excited about what's to come and different collaborations and styles and topics we have coming up. So until then, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.